I want to teach you now one of the best, well, top 3 scenarios of how to handle exclusivity objections. And it's called the 3 questions. Just like a fairy tale, there are always 3 questions. So you see that the person is really objecting to the exclusivity concept. So you say, hey, okay, gotcha. Let me ask you 3 questions. That's it. First question. Let's say that you and I are working together exclusively. What is the worst case scenario? And then you let them just, spew out all the negativity. The reason we ask this question is you want them to get out all the fears into the open. When fears become obvious, when fear become talked about, they are easier to resolve. So the person says, well, the worst case scenario, let me tell you, is that you don't do what you promised, but I'm still bound by your contract exclusively, so I can only sell through you, but you're not doing what you promised, you're not delivering, and I'm stuck. I can't sell. Because I can't sell, I'm going into debt on the house that I already bought because I can't do it on time. I cannot finance my loans. My wife wants to divorce me. I'm going bankrupt. My family falls apart and it's all your fault. Yeah, that's a pretty bad scenario. That is the worst case scenario. Obviously, I exaggerated a little bit, but then you go to the second question. And you say, okay, I respect that. Let me ask you the second question. What is the most logical scenario when you and I work together exclusively? And again, you use this word, that's important, logically. So we said worst case scenario. Now, what is the most logical scenario? So the person will look at you and he says, well, I guess, you have so much writing on representing me, you told me about your reputation and word of mouth and stuff like that. So I guess you're going to probably do most, if not everything that you promised. And, I guess you're probably going to do everything you can to sell the house and there's a good chance you will succeed. Okay, I respect that now. Because it's a fairy tale, there has to be a third question. Well, you don't say that to the client. But you do ask the third question and you say, so let me just finish up with this question. What is the best case scenario that you can see? Now, this question is just to wrap things up nicely. That gives you perspective. But it's a great question, great answer. So the guy says, well, I don't know, best case scenario? Yeah, who knows? I don't know. You do everything you promised and more. Outstanding service. And also you get competition on my property. People are just fighting to pay a maximum price. I get a price that I never even thought was possible. I'm so happy. I fall in love with you. I want you to marry my daughter. You come to Friday dinner and we are all one happy family. Well, that is a positive scenario. I gotta say, I haven't met your daughter yet, but that does sound like a positive scenario. But let me tell you this. And this is, I'm telling you, the guys watching me. When he answered which question, do you think the objection was over? Well, the truth is the second question already resolved the objection because we asked, first of all, what is the worst case scenario? Worst case comes from here, fears. Then we asked, what is the most logical scenario? Comes from here, logic, sense, rationality. When he gave you the good answer, very positive answer, for the second question, the objection was already killed. So after they answer all 3 questions, what do you say is, listen, I really respect all the fears that you have from exclusivity. That was my first question to you. And I respect that because many people are afraid of that concept for many, many reasons. Most of them are not rational. But notice when I asked you rationally, what is the most logical scenario? You gave me a great answer. You gave me a great answer of cooperation, good salesmanship, great result, and me keeping up with my promises, which I definitely intend to do. So in an important decision like this, I really suggest don't be motivated by your fears. Be motivated by your answer that came from here, from your rational answer. What is the most logical scenario? You know it's going to be good. You know we can work well together. Obviously, I was able to impress you. Let's start working together. Let's sell this house. It's a killer technique. It divides fears from rationality and it gives you good rational answer to build on as you conquer this objection and get the exclusivity listing signed. Go for it.